Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Badar.net. In this video, we are going to understand one of the most confusing topics for beginners: identity, claims, roles, JWT, and authentication in ASP.NET Core. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what happens from the moment a user logs in until they are allowed to access a protected API. User Number one, user logs in. Let's start from the left side. Everything begins with the user. The user enters username or password and email. These credentials are sent to ASP.NET Core server. At this point, the server asks a simple question: are these credentials correct? The server checks the database. If they are wrong, authentication stops here. If they are correct, the server knows exactly who this person is. This process is called authentication. Authentication simply answers one question: who are you? Nothing more. Number two, creating identity. Once authentication succeeds, ASP.NET Core creates something called an identity. Think of identity as an ID card. It represents one authenticated user. For example, imagine entering an office building. The security guard checks your employee code. After verification, you receive an official visitor badge. That badge is your identity. It doesn't say what you are allowed to, it only proves who you are. Identity answers, "This is John." Claims. Number three, claims. Now comes claims. Claims are simply facts about the authenticated user. Think of claims as information printed on your ID card. For example, user ID, name, email, department, country, date of birth, subscription level. These are all claims. Each claim is simply key value pair. For example, name John, email john@example.com, country USA. Claims describe the user. They do not decide permissions. Think of claims as the user's profile. Number 4, roles. Now let's talk about roles. Many beginners confuse roles with claims. Roles answer a completely different question. Authentication asked, "Who are you?" Roles ask, "What are you allowed to do?" Examples: admin, manager, employee, customer. Imagine a hospital. Everyone has an identity. Everyone has claims like name, employee ID, but only doctors can prescribe medicine. Why? Because they have the doctor role. Roles are permissions grouped together. Instead of checking hundreds of individual permissions, the application simply checks: does this user have the admin role? If yes, allow access. Number 5, JWT token. Now we reach the center of the diagram. JWT stands for JSON Web Token. After successful login, the server creates this token. Think of JWT as a secure digital passport. Inside it are three parts: header, payload, and a signature. Header contains information about the token type and algorithm. Claims or payload contains user information, claims, and roles. Signature verifies the token is valid and not tampered. JWT is digitally signed. So the header tells us which algorithm was used. Payload contains claims. Notice that roles are usually stored as claims too. Finally, the signature protects everything. If anyone changes even one letter inside the token signature becomes invalid. That means the token has been tampered with. Sending JWT to APIs. After login, the client stores the JWT. Whenever the client calls an API, it sends JWT inside the authorization header. The server doesn't ask the database every time. Instead, it validates the token. If the signature is valid and the token hasn't expired, ASP.NET Core recreates the user's identity from the claims inside the JWT. Now, the application immediately knows who the user is, their claims, their roles, and what they are allowed to access. Number 7. Authorization. Authentication only proves identity. Authorization decides access. Authentication says, "This is John." Authorization says, "Can John open this page?" If John has the required role or claim, access is granted. Otherwise, the request is rejected. This is why authentication always happens before authorization. Let's quickly summarize everything. User logs in, ASP.NET Core authentication authenticates the credentials, an identity is created. Claims describe the user. Roles define permissions. A JWT stores this information securely. The client sends JWT with every request. ASP.NET Core validates the token. Identity is rebuilt from the claims. Authorization checks whether access should be granted. Once you understand this flow, almost every authentication feature in ASP.NET Core becomes much easier to learn. If this video helped you understand the concepts, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Badar.net, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.